Professional Fortnite players make a living off of playing Fortnite. However, in tournaments, they die to players with 0 earned a lot. So in this video, I found examples where Veno, Peterbot,
that was unexpected.
Canada,
no!
and way more pros die to players with 0 earned to show you how casuals can beat the pros. All right, first up, we've got Malabuka, who has over 717,000 earned going up against Kif. 0 earned.
Бля, почему я сейчас летел на пизе вниз? Вот дослайдил, прыгнул, запись объект был, но у меня
Now, fun enough, this fight starts off with Malabuka pickaxe swinging, and then Kif also ends up doing the same thing, but Malabuka then tries to shoot him. Once inside the building, Malabuka tries to go for an angle shot, but completely misses, and ends up getting stuck under his own ramp. And this is just proof that you don't have to do anything super mechanical. Kif just walks in on a left-hand peak, pumps him for 90, places the wall in between, and hits a really nice right window. Then all he does is pump replace the ramp, swing behind the edit, and then elims Malabuka. In the very next game, he fought Techin, another 0 earned player.
Братан, не надо брать слюбы при папе, сейчас его по фану.
Он тебя убил.
Now, Malabuka does kind of just drawn out and run through this player's build, but one thing that Techin does that's really good is that he first boxes backwards and then goes out to his left whilst looking at Malabuka. This means that if Malabuka is going to run through his boxes, he's forced onto that left-hand peak, which gives Techin the advantage. Now, the actual elim, very messy, but Malabuka was forced onto that bad left-hand peak, which made him not max with the best shotgun in the game. Our next challenger is Legend, 0 earned going up against Veno, over $816,000 earned.
Dude! Bro! Oh my god, how is he not chopped as well?
Now, I'll be honest, there's not a huge amount to learn from this clip like there is from a lot of the other ones. I just really wanted to include it because I thought it was hilarious. But Legend fizz crash pads up onto height. From there, he does create 2 boxes. And despite the fact that Veno accidentally hurdles over this wall, you can see from Legend's POV that he's actually just been scouting this whole time and sees that Veno is going for a chop play here. So even if he didn't accidentally mantle here, I think because he was scouting, he probably still would have killed Veno anyway. All right, we're increasing the earnings a little bit and going up to $950 for Preston, going up against Canada, 287k.
No, dude. No! No, bro! This kid just lurking, man. Everyone just a lurk.
Now, Preston has just finished a fight, and Canada is coming into third party. And he takes his time to sit back into the old builds, heal up using his minis, and then reload all of his guns before engaging the fight. Now, because he's been crouching through this entire fight, Canada has absolutely no idea where he is, so he just edits a peanut butter and leaves the box. He can then walk over the top of Canada, where he drops down and hits him for a big pump shot, cracking his shield. From then on, he doesn't do anything really complicated whatsoever. He just pumps the wall, sprays it with his SMG, and walks through. And because of the high fire rate, he's easily able to get the elim. Now, with this one, I'm stretching the term casual a little, as Zayni has over 3k earned, but that's still literally 100 times less than Mongraal. Now, this is a really tough death because he's really high up in the leaderboard, and this is the final match that he can actually play in this solo cash cup.
What the f...
He opens the fight by sneaking and hitting an 89 damage shot, and then his first reaction is to place a ramp and sprint jump. This is because most players will create 2 boxes backwards, exactly as Mongraal does here. So by sprint jumping and flying over the boxes, A, he's claimed height from Mongraal, but B, he's also able to go onto the sidewall and pressure the freshly built box, which only has a single edit on. He does a really good job of staying elevated and continually pressuring Mongraal over and over again, and the only time he slips up in this fight is here as he kind of slides onto the side of a wall, which gives Mongraal time to edit and go for a shot, but unfortunately, he misses. Zayni then does this really nice sprint slide where he double pickaxes the top, which phases him straight into the box, where he's able to yet again crack Mongraal's shield with a 72 damage shot. He then hits another shot by doing a little sprint jump around the corner, which seems like a bad peek since it's a left hand, but because he's sprint jumping, he's moving so fast that he's actually still able to get peeker's advantage. From then, he does a really nice ramp phase in from behind, pumps to replace the wall that Mongraal has just edited, cones in, and Mongraal is dead. Overall, Zayni's pressure here was really good, as there's really only one opportunity Mongraal had here to do some counter damage, which unfortunately he ended up missing. Our next matchup is Vico, $523,000 earned against Twinks, $0.
Nein, Bruder. Das ist so peinlich. Das ist so ein Cell.
Now, I don't speak German, but I heard "sell" in there, and unfortunately, I do agree with that. Now, what's funny is Vico actually played this really, really well. He has him full housed, full caged, full boxed. The guy's underneath the cone, and he's editing and resetting it, hoping that the other player will shoot. I think this is a really good example to look at how pros are really good at fighting other pros, because most good players would shoot and try to replace this cone with a ramp, but our opponent here has 0 earned, so sometimes these players are just hard to predict. And in this instance, Twinks is just sprinting around his box, which makes Vico miss his shot. Next up, we have Pinq with over $288,000 in-game earned against Deacon, a player I can't believe has no dollars earned.
Oh, this guy's so buns, bro.
Now, this fight drags on for quite a while, but Deacon is on the defensive and his materials are starting to run low. He has a lot of space to work with, but Pinq is doing a really good job aggressing his boxes. Now, since he's healing with the Flowberry Fizz, he has the low gravity effect, and he edits out his box backwards and places a floor. He then turns around to see what Pinq is doing, because from here he has a really nice right-hand peek along the wall. However, he notices that the metal on top of Pinq's head is actually his. The sprint jumps upwards. As he's doing this, he sees Pinq edit out, so he doubles over him and wood. At this point, he has Pinq boxed in 2 different areas, so with 2 double edits, he's able to open the damage shot onto Pinq. However, Pinq is backing up through his box, so Deacon then triple edits down onto him, winning the fight in seconds and getting called buns by Pinq.
This guy's so buns, bro.
Now, I couldn't possibly do this video without looking at one from Peterbot. He needs no introduction, but check my PC has $0 earned.
That was unexpected.
Now, the player that killed him was named Check My PC. I didn't do a full PC check, but I can say that I looked at the rest of the game, and he is just a legitimate player with 0 earned. Now, you can hear in the Peterbot clip him say, "That was unexpected," because you can see from Peterbot's POV that he sees Check My PC popping a slurp. So he thinks that Check My PC is weak. However, he's actually still got 150 HP, and he's just popping one preemptively. So because of this, he tries to ramp phase in. And if you watch this from Check My PC's POV, you can see that he sees that Peterbot's placed the ramp over his head, and that's why he edits this cone and then places a wall between him, so he's got a bunch of layers to heal between him. So the play for him to edit out the side and sprint jump round to that side wall makes sense, because he's predicting that Peterbot will actually be inside of his box, and he'll get a nice shot onto the side. However, he ends up just running into his face and absolutely max damaging him with the double pump. Honestly, one of the most common ways to kill really good players is just to 50-50 them. So I'm not saying that it's a good play, but it often is the way that pros end up dying. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to watch more, you can click this video on screen right now.